Stop blaming your birthday for your stiff joints and brain fog. We've been told that feeling worn out is just a mandatory part of turning 40. But the latest research says that's not actually true. It's not just aging, it's a biological state called inflammaging. And today, I'm going to show you why it's happening and the one specific food that actually outperformed a high-fiber diet in clinical trials for putting out the fire. Now, inflammation isn't the enemy. When you cut your finger, your immune system floods the area to heal you. That's acute inflammation. It's a lifesaver. The problem is when that switch gets stuck in the on position. Researchers call this inflammaging, a low-grade, chronic inflammatory state that quietly simmers in the background for years. Your GP won't routinely test for it, but it is now considered a primary driver behind heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and cognitive decline. Why does this peak in our 40s and 50s? It's a perfect storm of three things. Immune drift, our immune cells become less precise, they start firing at shadows. The gut shift, our microbiome diversity naturally drops. And visceral fat. This is the big one. The fat stored around our organs isn't just sitting there, it's actively secreting inflammatory molecules into your bloodstream. And here's the kicker. A 2019 review in Frontiers in Psychiatry found that chronic stress and poor sleep don't just make you tired, they literally elevate inflammatory markers like CRP and interleukin-6. Before we get to the fix, we have to look at what's turning the dial the wrong way. A 2021 study in the British Medical Journal involving over 100,000 people found a direct link between ultra-processed foods and elevated inflammatory markers. If your diet is heavy on refined sugars, excess alcohol, and vegetable oils high in omega-6, you aren't just eating, you're feeding a chronic inflammatory cycle. So, how do we fix it? Here is what the evidence actually supports. 1. The natural ibuprofen. Extra virgin olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal. Research in the journal Nutrients found it inhibits the exact same inflammatory enzymes as ibuprofen. The goal, 2 tablespoons a day. Just remember, drizzle it on after cooking to keep those nutrients alive. 2. The fermentation shock. This is the most surprising find. A 2021 Stanford study published in Cell compared a high-fiber diet to a high-fermented diet. The result? The fermented group, eating yogurt, kefir, and kimchi, reduced 19 different inflammatory proteins in just 10 weeks. It actually outperformed fiber for reducing inflammation. 3. The omega-3 bridge. A meta-analysis in the Journal of the American Heart Association confirmed that omega-3s significantly reduce CRP levels. The goal? Oily fish like salmon or mackerel twice a week. If you hate fish, a high-quality supplement is your bridge. Inflammation didn't arrive overnight, and it won't vanish tomorrow, but it is measurable and it is manageable. Your challenge this week is simple. Add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to your meals and swap 1 lunch for sardines or salmon. You're not just getting older, you're getting the information you need to change how you age. Next week, I'm breaking down the 3 specific nutrients that 90% of people over 40 are quietly deficient in and why your current diet is likely missing them. Hit subscribe so you don't miss that one. I'll see you there.